When do you become a man? When you get a driver's license? Like, what do we do? You're 16, we give you a driver's license. Okay, well, like, you get a job? Like, when do you become a man? You become a man when you become responsible for other people.
You become a man when you become responsible for other people. That phrase really made me think. After all, becoming a father is one of the most profound and transformative experiences a man can go through. It's not just a moment or a title. It's the beginning of a transformative journey that changes the way we see life, the world, and ourselves. Fatherhood calls us to a mission of responsibility, patience, and love. Values that perhaps we only fully grasp when we realize we're responsible for another life's well-being. For many of us, the arrival of a child brings questions that dig deep into our sense of identity. Before, we lived to fulfill our own goals, our ambitions, and personal plans. But now, everything changes. Fatherhood demands a level of dedication that might seem intimidating but is also the greatest catalyst for growth we can experience. Fatherhood doesn't just transform the child. It transforms the father himself. The responsibility we feel when we look at our children pulls us out of our comfort zone, places us in a role of leadership, not just for them, but for ourselves as well. And here lies the true calling of fatherhood: to grow alongside our children, being shaped at each stage, learning from every mistake, and celebrating each small victory. For many men, it's in that first moment, holding their child in their arms, that they feel the real weight of what it means to be a father. It's not just a role. It's an internal transformation that begins right then and there and stays with us for life. Fatherhood comes loaded with pressures and expectations, often invisible to others but felt deeply within. From the moment we become fathers, we feel the weight of ensuring not only the physical well-being of our children but also their emotional, psychological, and even spiritual health. Suddenly, we realize we're dealing with a responsibility greater than any we've ever had. And with that weight come the challenges. There are sleepless nights, physical exhaustion, doubts about making the right choices, the fear of failing. Every small decision seems to carry significance, and the pressure to do what's right is always there. A study by the American Psychological Association found that men who take on active fatherhood roles experience higher levels of pressure and stress, but also report a stronger sense of purpose and fulfillment. These men live less for themselves and more for the future they wish to build. It's something that only fatherhood seems to bring. In this environment of pressure, we are truly shaped. Every obstacle, every moment of uncertainty, every time we choose to prioritize our child's well-being over our own, all of this transforms us. Fatherhood demands patience and resilience, virtues that, over time, shape our character. As we guide our children, we're forced to confront our own fears, manage our frustrations, and learn from our mistakes. And in those moments, we realize that being a father doesn't mean being perfect. It means being present, persisting, and giving our best, even when we're tired, even when we're unsure. Fatherhood is a process of transformation. It's not just a title or a role we assume. It's a journey of self-discovery, where we begin to understand that our children are as much our teachers as they are our students. As we teach our children, we are taught as well. We become fathers, yes, but we also become more complete men. Fatherhood requires openness, the ability to see beyond ourselves, beyond our needs and desires. It teaches us to care, to protect, and, above all, to love in a genuine and unconditional way. This kind of love transforms the heart, making us see life in a deeper, more meaningful way. Throughout this journey, we learn that our children are mirrors that reflect our flaws and weaknesses, but also our capacity for growth and overcoming challenges. They push us to be better, to be more patient, more understanding, stronger, more present. And with every moment, we become a little more of the man we are meant to be. Children bring out the best in us, and sometimes our most challenging sides. They teach us that being a father isn't just about providing, but about being willing to grow and evolve. It's about being there for them in every moment, from the happiest to the toughest, and, in doing so, discovering what it means to be a true man. We often think that our role as fathers is to always have the answers, to always know what to do. But over time, we realize that fatherhood isn't about knowing everything. It's about learning to be present, to listen, and to offer our strength, even when we don't have all the solutions. This process teaches us humility, reminding us that we don't need to be perfect, just committed. It's this commitment that transforms us day by day, because as we overcome each obstacle, facing each difficulty alongside our children, we become stronger and wiser. Fatherhood shapes us in layers, each experience, each challenge, adding a new layer of maturity, understanding, and love. And that's what many of us come to discover. Fatherhood isn't a finish line, it's a journey that teaches us the true value of sacrifice, patience, and presence. We're not real men because we have all the answers, but because we're willing to walk beside our children, facing life's uncertainties together. Each of these moments strengthens our core, making us more human, more aware that being a man doesn't mean being perfect or invincible. It means being resilient, willing to get back up and keep going, even when we fall. It means being someone our children can trust, someone they can look at and think, "This is the man who guides me." And one day, when our children look back, what will they remember about us? Inevitably, our children will grow up. They'll become adults, face their own challenges, and follow their own paths. And when that time comes, what will remain are the memories, the values, and the example we left behind. This is the true legacy of a father. What our children will remember most won't be the expensive gifts, but the constant presence, the support in hard times, and the strength with which we face challenges by their side. They will carry with them what they learned from us, and that's why we have the responsibility to be the best example possible. This is the deepest purpose of fatherhood, not just to raise, but to inspire, to be a beacon for our children, a reference of courage, love, and integrity. And in doing so, we're not only building their future, we're building a legacy that goes beyond our own existence. This is the call of every father, not a call to perfection, but to presence. Not a call to always get it right, but to always try, to always persist. Every moment, every mistake, every triumph, it all forms a legacy of love and strength that we will leave for our children. And now, here's the question I leave for you. What do you want to build for your children? How do you want them to remember you? As the father who was there for them, who gave his all, even when it was hard, or as someone who simply went through life without truly being part of it. Fatherhood is a choice we make every day. The choice to be present, to grow together, to learn and to teach. The choice to be an example, even when we fall short, to show our children the value of resilience, humility, and unconditional love. Here on this channel, we're building a community of fathers who are far from perfect but strive every day to be better. So, subscribe to the channel and share this video with a father you admire, and let him know he might just need this encouragement too. And don't forget, be the man you were meant to be. Be a better dad, a better man.